Good morning, everyone. It's my pleasure to introduce our esteemed guest today, Mr. Wasee, a distinguished professional in the field of career counseling and mind training with a solid educational background including MBA and MA in psychology. Mr. Wasee brings a unique blend of business acumen and psychological insights. He is a certified expert in rich analysis, holding a top rank in the prestigious Australian Unique Rich Analysis (ORA). Over his career, he has completed more than 2,000 career counseling sessions, positively impacting the academic and professional journeys of numerous individuals. In addition to his counseling expertise, Mr. Wasee has initiated transformative mind training workshops across various educational institutions and gated communities, helping students and professionals unlock their potential and achieve success. With a well-established branch in Hyderabad, Mr. Wasee is also an authorized trainer for Team 360 in AP and Telangana, showcasing his commitment to expanding knowledge and empowering students in these regions. Dear students, please join me in welcoming Mr. Wasee, a highly skilled career counselor, mind trainer, and mentor, who is here to share his valuable insights with us today. Welcome, Mr.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for warm wishes and welcome. Good morning to all.
Good morning, sir.
Right. First of all, I would like to thanks to RGM International School Management for giving this opportunity to interact with you all guys. So, a big round of applause to RGM International School Management for providing this opportunity thank you. Because today we are going to learn some new things which are very important and the things that you haven't heard before also. After watching you all guys, so I remind my old my school days, because when I used to go to school and sit in the classroom, sir is teaching some maths calculations. Suddenly PT sir enter the classroom and says, everybody go to the auditorium room or seminar hall. So we are going to have another session in the seminar hall. So I was really much excited, because not because of we are going to have the seminar, because we are going to skip the class. So how many of you feel like that? Oh, so many members are very honest. Okay, very good. So maintain that energy. You have to be honest with me. So today we are going to learn some new things, which is very most important for you all, and it is going to be amazing. So exciting seminar. This is not like a regular seminar. And we are going to introduce new advanced technology programs. Before that, what is most important for the school, for you, for especially to all the students, which is the most important, we are going to teach you right now. Welcome to the art of mind mastery. So moreover, this seminar is about enhancing your academic performance, as well as there are some other things, but the most important to all the students, these things are very important to helpful for you to improve your concentration level. So many students are facing the problem of memorization, because everybody study, everyone has the talent to study, but the main problem is they can't remember what they have learned. So out of 100%, 70% of the students can't remember what they have learned. What about the rest of 30%? What kind of ways they usually habituated so they can memorize whole subject or everything. So we are going to learn how it is going to be helpful for you also. The 7 best ways to improve your academic performance, which is very important. Just memorize these 7 best ways, so it's going to be helpful for you. The first one, self-confidence. You might ask, sir, self-confidence is common for everyone. Everyone has a self-confidence, right? But what is so related with academic performance? You know what? Few people they don't learn, revise or anything. They don't learn for whole academic year. They only learn at the end of the year. How many will you do like that? No one. At the end of the year, few people, very good, 2-3 people. Okay, so there are some people. Because why it happens? Because those students have that self confidence within themselves, so they can remember, analyze it, and prepare for the exams at the end of the year. They don't need to learn for the whole academic year. They will learn at the end of the year. All the people need to have the self confidence. So not everyone has that self confidence. They usually fear. They have the fear to risk it. So usually think like that. Fear is the first step of failure. There are several steps to success. There are several steps to failure also. The fear is the first step of failure. If you have the phobia, if you don't have the self-confidence, you are not going to remember anything. So to overcome the fear, you have to think positive, whatever the situation it is. Whatever the situation you are going to face, you have to think positively. Whether you have the huge syllabus, whether you have a kind of a situation where you can't learn again, where you don't have the situations like revision. So in that time period, you have to have the self-confidence within you. You have to think positive. Improve your self-confidence in the method of study. You know, there are different methods to study, which I am going to teach you in the process of the seminar. So you have to apply your self-confidence. How to build your self-confidence? There are certain programs. Self-confidence is mandatory, not here, but also for the future. When you go and challenge for some things, or you have kind of face the situations, you need to have the self-confidence, not only about the education. So self-confidence is very much mandatory for you. Imagination. So many people will study, but they can't imagine. Let me give an simple example. I will do one gesture. You need to tell me where it is from. Okay? Alright? Okay. In the 4th class, math subject, what is the chapter 4 in the math subject? Okay, 8th chapter. Right. So everybody get confused. You are thinking like that, thinking about what is the chapter name. So it's because when I do the gesture, you immediately react it is from the movie Pushpa. But when I ask about the subject or the chapter name from the math session which you have learned in the previous years, like 4th class or 3rd class, you can't remember because you didn't imagine. You didn't imagine, that's why you can't remember. It is important that in the study field, wherever you go in the academics, you have to imagine. Imagination is more powerful than knowledge. That's what Albert Einstein said. So how can you use that imagination in the field of study? So I'm going to, at the end of this seminar, I'm going to teach one technique. It will be amazing. So how can you use that imagination? So this is the one thing. Imagination is more powerful than the knowledge. Let's remember. Without imagination, you can't gain the knowledge. You have to understand it. Focus on your strengths. What is the first one? First one. Very good. I thought just checking whether your memory is sharp or not. Okay, second one? Third one? Focus. Yes. Focus on your strengths. Everybody has their strengths and weaknesses. It is the fact. It is the fact. Everybody has their strengths and weaknesses. You can't ignore your weaknesses also. But sometimes people usually face this problem like, sir, I can't remember because I have this weakness. Sir, I can't face this situation. I have this weakness. I can't study because I have this weakness. They just focus on the weaknesses, but they don't focus on the strength. Always remember, focusing on strengths and ignore weaknesses, which will help you to give the effective results. Wherever you go in the academics as well as wherever in the situation you face, you have your strengths. Focus on your strengths rather than the weaknesses. For the weaknesses, there are certain techniques, certain things that can help you to overcome it. So you have to do it as well. But when you have the strengths, you have to focus on your strengths. Always remember, focus on strengths and don't try to worry about weaknesses. And next one is understanding. So many students are facing the problem, they used to by heart the subject. How many of you by heart the subject? Be honest with me, nothing to worry. There are certain different programs I am going to teach you that can help to overcome these problems. Okay, so many students try to by heart it. The problem is by hearting the subject, okay, hands down. So by hearting subject doesn't going to give the results. Okay, it's a problem so many students are facing. So understanding subject is more important than by hearting. Because why are you coming to the school? Huh? To study. What is meant by study? Learning. Understanding. What? Gaining knowledge. You are coming to the school is for gaining knowledge. Not learning, not something. You are gaining knowledge, not for the marks, not for the certificates. You are gaining knowledge. The knowledge which is going to help you for your future. It is more important that when you try to understand the subject and gain the knowledge, that is going to be helpful. You have to understand it, gain the knowledge. Marks are important. Why school conduct exams means to test your knowledge. That's all. To test your knowledge. You have to gain the knowledge first. When there is a knowledge, you will get the marks. Simple. That's the important, that understanding is more important. So knowledge is the key to unlocking the potentials of mind. Knowledge is the one that can help to bring the potentials of mind in a certain way that can help for the future. So always remember, gain the knowledge. You know, for the 6th class, whatever the subjects you have learned, it is going to help you for the 7th class, right? So you have learned addition, multiplication, subtraction, divisions, right? All these things are very much helpful for you to learn the maths in the next standard. The 8th class or 9th class, after the school also it is going to helpful when you take the MPC or BIPC, whatever the subjects, whatever the streams you can go. So these things are very much important. Whenever you gain the knowledge, then there will be the result, positive result. Learning methods. If I ask you what is your learning method, what will you say? What? Huh? And not by seeing the screen, you just need to take the answer. You have to think about yourself and say what is your learning style. Short notes. Short notes. Okay, short notes. Very good. By hearting. Okay. Come on. Important questions. Revision. Practice. Underlining textbook. Wow. So all these things, everything. So each and everybody has different kinds of learning methods. Usually there are 3 types of learning methods, you know. One is visual, auditory, kinesthetic. So many people don't know about these 3 types of learning style, which I am going to explain in the further. But remember, learning method is more important for retaining the information and memorizing and performing the exams. Learning method is very much important. Your learning methods help you to build retention power. You know, subject, there is a huge syllabus. You worry about the syllabus, there is a huge syllabus, but I can't remember because I so much focus on the weaknesses. I told you, you have to focus on the strengths, and as well as you have to use your different learning style, learning methods that can help you to retain information and memorize it and also perform in the exams. Then the next, so usually school conduct half yearly, quarterly exams and whatever the same exams, all these things, right? So you prepare for the final exams. Whenever you try to prepare, you have to take a test for yourself. Always remember, always write a test for yourself and compare how much you remembered. Okay? If you practice this, you will be perfectly implement whatever you have memorized in the exam. So whatever you have memorized, you will write in the exam and you will get the perfect result. That's what it's important, that you have to take a test for yourself. And next, daily routines. What is meant by daily routines? Schedule. Very good. Timetable. Very good. So daily routines means try to make a timetable for yourself. Habits. Take a subject. You have one topic to study. In that process, you have to make a timetable for it, for individual subject, for 1 hour for this topic and second hour for this topic. Different subject. You have to maintain a timetable, not only for the studies, but also for your mental health. So to improve your mental health, like doing exercise, morning times. So it will help to balance your brain. I'm going to teach some exercise also in the demonstration session which we are going to conduct in the future. But before that, so it is important that you have to maintain a daily routines, habits. If you do for 5 minutes, just the Japanese technique, 21 days. 21 days to completely involve in that habit. So you will adapt that habit every day. So 21 days you have to maintain that. Every day you have to do exercises. This will help to balance the brain, so it will help to gain the energy while you're studying. So these things are important. Just revise it, just memorize it. Self-confidence, imagination, and as well as the focus on your strengths, understanding, learning method, self-test and daily routines. All these things are very important for you to improve your academic performance. It helps to bring the concentration level.